Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Bulova, and this time it is the Bulova Jet Star, which is from their Archive series. Now the Archive series has been hugely popular, with Bulova releasing models that have been in their stable for many years. The Jet Star, released in 1973, is one of the latest versions from the Archive series, and this colorway is something that I really wanted to show you because I just think it's very cool. It's got this beautiful blue, red, silver sort of dial on it, and it's, like I say, just very colourful, fun, reminds me a lot of the US flag, and again, with Bulova having its history from the States, I think it's quite a patriotic watch for any of you American viewers out there to go and get. Now it has a limited release, this particular colorway, so it does come in a presentation box, and we'll do the unboxing for you to see. So it comes both on steel bracelet and also a nice blue strap, which you can choose to mix the watch up. One of the things I really like about this watch though is it's got that precisionist 262 kilohertz movement in it, and for the life of me I don't know why Bulova do not promote this more often. Couple of things about the 262 kilohertz movement, or the precisionist movement, let's call it. First of all, it's highly accurate. It is high accuracy quartz, reputed to have somewhere around 10 seconds per year accuracy. Now, to give you an indication of how accurate that is, a Grand Seiko quartz 9F series is around about the same, but is at a much higher price point. Because it resonates at a higher frequency, 262 kilohertz, the ability for the watch to move rather in a smooth glide as opposed to a step that you see in a quartz watch is there. So it has a very beautiful glide across the dial on that second hand, and you'll be able to see the footage when I put it up for you. Now, before we go through to looking at the footage, I just want to say thank you very much to the guys at Starbuy for loaning me this watch. So let's turn the camera around, take a look at the watch. But if you do like the content, please do consider subscribing. And it takes a second and it doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me out. Anyway, with that being said, let's turn the camera around and take a look at this watch in further detail. Okay, so let's start with the unboxing. One first things to mention is that the box is not unique to this particular model. It's actually the same box that you get with something like the Bulova Lunar Pilot. I've fast forwarded the material for you so that you can see this in, I suppose, high speed, so it's not too boring with me fiddling the box. But see there, you get that nice blue leather strap as an additional to go along with the watch, swap out the look. You also get this little commemorative Jet Star card that gives you a bit more information about the model. And just to reiterate, this is the 50th anniversary re-release from the Archive series, so it's 50 years since the Jet Star originally came out. As you can see, here is the watch in its full glory. So this is the steel bracelet that it comes on, and I will we'll talk about that in a little more detail later on, but yeah, that's the unboxing. Okay, going on to the dimensions of the watch. You do have a turtle style case, 40mm diameter, not including that crown, and 45mm from the top to the bottom lug. I would say though, guys, that whilst this is a 40mm watch, I do think it fits more along the lines of a 38-39mm. It's not too high either, at 11.5mm of thickness. And last but not least, you do have 20mm lugs, so if you don't like the blue strap that it comes on, then you can certainly swap it out with any other kind of strap. 20mm is a commonly used size. So on to the case and overall finishing of the case. The first thing to say is the watch face on actually reminds me a lot of a Series 8 from the Citizen lineup. So I don't know whether you guys agree with me. I think it might just be the angles on the case. But of course this is a watch that is reimagined from 1973, so it has that retro sort of look about it. Truth be told, I'm not a big fan of the brushing on the sides of the case. I would have liked to have seen that polished. I think it would have added to that retro sort of feel. You do have a signed Bulova crown, and then you've got a slightly domed sapphire crystal on the top. In terms of water resistance, you do have 50 meters water resistance, so it can take some water abuse, but I certainly wouldn't be swimming in this. Probably the most I'll be doing is a mild washing of the hands or something like that. Yeah, that's 50 meters water resistance. Like I say, finishing on the watch is okay, but I would have liked to have seen that polishing all over the case just to make it a little bit more retro. Okay, so on to the bracelet and strap. So first things first, the bracelet. Now, I've said this on my channel a few times already. I'm not a big fan of fancy straps or bracelets, and this is a fancy bracelet in my opinion. It is, nice enough, it's well finished, but it's just not to my taste. You can see there you do have a butterfly clasp. One thing to point out though with butterfly clasps is that there's no micro adjustment, so you might find this being sat either too tight or too small once you've adjusted the links, but it can be quite fiddly trying to get you the right size. One thing to say is though, on the ends you do have this little link that allows you to put the bracelet really close to the case, so you can get it to fit very, very closely to the wrist. The strap, on the other hand, I really like this. I love the blue with that contrast red stitching, and I think the Bulova buckle is very nice. It reminds me a little bit of the Grand Seiko buckle actually, but yeah, this strap is very nice, and this is what I would be wearing the watch on. At 20mm lug width though, you do have a lot of versatility, so you could swap this out for a bright red strap or something like that, or a white one even, if you want to make the watch a little bit more colourful. Onto the macro footage. So first things first, you do have the Bulova writing in the old style font, which adds to that retro feel. You can see there the indices are really cool. They've got this blue and red colorway to them that just makes it look really retro. And like I say, I really like the colorway. The hands as well, very, very nice. And you've got that nice sharp date window. Finishing on the date window is really cool actually. At this price point, I don't think you can expect anything better. You do have little loom pips on the hours. I didn't get any footage of that because you're not going to see a great deal, but the watch will have a little bit of low light legibility, but it won't be fantastic due to the size of those loom pips. Hand finishing, very cool, albeit you don't have true blued hands. It is coloured, but like I say, the red, white and blue on those is awesome. And then down at the bottom you do have the Precisionist logo with the 262 kHz font and text. So my final thoughts on the Bulova Jet Star F. Well, look, first of all, if you're into retro watches, then certainly go and check this out. With this, the one that I'm showing you being the limited edition, it does come with that cool blue leather strap, and that's certainly the one that I would be wearing it on. But the bracelet that it comes on, for me personally, is a bit of a turn off, so that puts me off a little bit. But in saying all of that, you do have that 262 kHz movement inside, so you've got an ultra high accuracy quartz for a relatively cheap entry point, especially when you're considering that the Seiko 9F sits at the $2,000 US dollar mark. Overall, very nice watch. But like I say, for me, that bracelet is a bit of a turn off, but I'm sure for everybody else, it may be right on the money. Anyway guys, hope you like the video. If you do like the content, please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in a new video very soon. Take care guys.